Well, how are we doing out there? I hope you're all enjoying your bank holiday and you're all spot on. So I've been shopping. I've been to Aldi. Come and have a look what I got. Seen these in Aldi. I've got a few shadows. I do apologise. Notice these that I'm new. So the Ashfield's Grill Chinese barbecue pork mini ribs, Chinese style slow cooked pork riblets with a sweetened hoisin sauce, summer vibes. Oh yeah, barbecue, summer vibes. Suitable for the air fryer, that's where they're going, in the air fryer. We've got a little traffic light system there for amounts per half pack cooked. And there is the serving suggestion, the ribs. So I got them in Aldi and the price. Now they were £4.59. So let's take a closer look at the packaging. Right, we've had a quick look at the front. Let's go round the back. So 50 grams, 550 figures. GB sticker there. Got some spiel, slow cooked seasoned pork ribs with sachet of hoisin sauce. There's the ingredients. We've got allergens, we've got wheat and soya in there. Cooked ribs 76%, hoisin sauce 16%. Directions for use: remove old packaging. That's always a good idea, isn't it? You can do them in the oven, do them in the air fryer, or you can barbecue them as well if you want. It's up to you. They're not frozen. These are in the fridge. They're fresh, or as fresh as can be. There's a long sell-by date, isn't there? 6th of July 25, or use-by date. Sorry, not sell-by date. More nutrition there if you want to have a look at that. There it is. Yeah, might have covered everything. If I miss anything out, it'll all go in the description of the video. I'll put my pork playlist in there as well in the description. If you want to have a look at more pork related videos, you can go in there and click on the playlist. Right, let's get these open, see what we have got. Right, do we have a tab system? Use my finger. I'll get in with my finger if I can. Yes, finger and a bit of bellyage going on. There we are, that's what you get. Yeah, so instead of getting a rack of ribs, they're sort of like, they must have cut them off and just thrown them all in. Yeah, that's what you get. And there's your sauce. Yeah, £4.59. Hoisin rib sauce, 90 grams. So that 550 grams minus 90 grams, yeah, you're getting what, 460? And you're getting bone as well, aren't you? Yeah. So anyway, let's get them cooking. So when I said I'm going to do them in the air fryer, I've changed my mind. I'm going to do them in the oven. I'm going to put them on here. So we need to get into them. Now there'll be no seal peel test with these. You just need some scissors to get into them. So I'm preheating my oven at the moment, and I'm just going to open these up. And we're going to get them on here. And I do apologise, like I say, for the shadows. Down, 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 down. Stop that. So let's get them out. So you have to put them on here, on a baking tray. You have to line it with some baking paper. And it goes in the oven now. Goes in the oven for 25 minutes, I think it says in the oven. It says after half time, so around about, well, half of 25. What's that? 12.5 minutes. You can separate them out, put it in again for another 12.5 minutes, and after your 25 minutes, you have to take them out, coat it with that stuff, hoisin sauce. Coat the ribs and serve, yeah. So it doesn't go back in with the hoisin sauce on. You can just coat the ribs and serve. So that's what I'm going to do. The oven is preheated now to 180 degrees. I'm going to put them in like that. I'll set my timer. I've got a 12-minute timer. I'll set that and I'll give them a turn halfway through. I do love a pork rib. A pork riblet. So what I need to do now is just try and separate these, really, because it's a big clump of meat stuck together. So what I'm worried about is taking all the meat off. Goodness me, they are now stuck together. Yeah, that's better. Need a bit of yeesh. Want to get them all, apart, really. Is that a bone? Yeah, that's a bone. We don't want that. We don't want that. So that's as probably as, is that another one there? Let's see if we can get that apart. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're all a little bit mixed up. They're all a little bit discombobulated on the tray, but that's as good as I'll get. And now they're going back in the oven, finish off. With the sauce, you can either spread it over the ribs at the end, like that, and maybe some sesame seeds, look, if you've got some. Or you can put it in a bit of a bowl, and I prefer, to put it in a bowl. And then you can dip them in. We have a little tab system there, look. So you don't pour them over the ribs and they go back in the oven. It says just pour over at the end and serve. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put mine in a bowl, like that. And I can just sort of dip them in, if I want to. Or I might just want to eat them as they are. So that's what I'm going to do, just like that. It's up to you, you can do what you like. Another thing is you could even pour them over the ribs and pop them in the oven for a few minutes to warm up if you want. So they're done. The box says 2 servings. I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, not quite sure about the old 2 servings, malarkey. I'm going to put them on here and you can have a look at them. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Bring you down, you can have a look. So that's what you get. Let's see if we can get a bit of better light for you. That's a bit better, isn't it? Yeah. And now you can put the sauce on now and serve them, or you can do what I'm doing, a bit of a dipping sauce, or you can put the sauce on if you want and put them back in the oven for a few minutes. It's up to you. So that's them how they are. That's the sauce. Hoisin sauce. I did a little bit of a Google about hoisin sauce, used in China, and it's mainly used as Cantonese. And the strong ingredient in there is fennel, with chili as well, and soy. So it's time we tried them. That's what I'm going to do. I hope you like the bib. Not taking any chances with these. So I'm going to get stuck into that one because that looks like a nice big juicy one, doesn't it? I'll just take that bit off there. So they are quite soft and they're not hard. Don't detect any seasoning, obviously. I'm going to try them first before the hoisin sauce, and then I'll try them with the hoisin sauce. And if you kind of like this video, maybe consider subscribing. It'd be absolutely fantastic if you could. Thank you. They definitely need seasoning. The hoisin sauce will do that. They're just pork on the rib. Not even detecting any salt. Nice and soft. You definitely need to go in that hoisin sauce, so I do like hoisin sauce. So we'll try it like that, how they're supposed to be. I mean, you wouldn't buy them if they come with the hoisin sauce. It's in very small writing, so you just see Chinese barbecue pork mini ribs. That's all I read when I seen them. And then when I think I got to the till, I had a look at them and seen that there was hoisin sauce in them. The little bones come off then, off the main bone. Oh, very nice. Hoisin sauce in pancakes with duck. Little pancakes and cucumber, hoisin sauce, duck, very nice. Yeah, very sweet, not too hot. That looks like a block of meat, but I will sort of proceed with caution. Yeah, they're just unseasoned basically, just ribs. I thought they might have put a little bit of salt and pepper on them, but then they'd be called salt and pepper ribs then, wouldn't they? Yeah, I mean, they are tasty. The meat is just falling off the bone, which is good. I did them in the oven, 23 minutes, 180. You can do them in the air fryer. Got a feeling if you do them in the air fryer, it might really dry them out and make them dry and hard. They're really designed for people who like to nibble. Yeah, definitely designed for people who like to nibble. Would I get them again? You know, I wouldn't get them again. I wouldn't. I think I like them. I prefer a big rack of ribs. That's my personal opinion. You know, they come in them plastic pouches. You just take them out, put them on, leave them in the oven 25 minutes, and then you drizzle a lot sauce over the top, stick them in another 5 minutes, and they're done. I prefer a rack myself. That's my personal opinion. A rack of ribs rather than riblets like these. They're all different sizes. They're all a bit hit and miss. I suppose it's luck of the draw, really. Depends what pack you get. But they are new. We have to review them. Marks out of 10, probably a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying your bank holiday weekend. And keep the recommendations coming in. Get all the new food. That's the idea. New food. And then, I don't always do new food. I've got a feeling, I do takeaway food as well. Sometimes fish and chips, sometimes pies, and sometimes your fast food sort of big outlets, like I've done recently. So take care, all the best. And I'll get back to you on the next one.